Got the sniffles. G'day, YouTube. Not a very exciting video today, like all my videos. A quick one. Repurposing an old multi-effects pedal. Just building myself another spare pedal board here. And I've thrown away a few pedals lately. A couple of delays by TC Electronic that started acting weird. Another couple of pedals, so I'm running out of pedals. And couldn't really be bothered spending like the $800 on more pedals to get the good stuff. And I had a spare effects pedal lying around and figured out a cool trick on how to use that in the effects loop for all my reverb, delay, EQ, chorus, flanger, phaser, all that sort of stuff. Even though it has no ability to have more than one signal chain, if you know what I mean, like the modern effects pedals. Only got one signal chain. There's no effects loop on the pedal, just input, output. So you can put it in front of your amp or behind your amp, but not both. So basically from the effects loop to the input and then output to the return is how I'm using it right now. Show what I mean. It's not perfect, but it covers about 99% of the songs I would play in a band, gig, rehearsal. Ever seen one of these before? Digitech RP360. Like I said, there's no effects loop in there or anything, just an input and output, or two outputs. Nothing fancy. But it's connected to the effects loop of my amp. Oh, getting blurry, sorry. There's no complex signal chains or anything. But you can run like 8 or more effects at the same time. I can't remember the exact details, but you can run quite a few effects at the same time anyway. The trick is, with something like this that has no effects loop in there and only one signal path, is combining it with a looper switcher like the Joyo PXL Live, which I keep raving about on my channel, because I've used it for so many things. So what I've done is I've added it to loop 2 on the PXL Live. So it's basically for the effects loop. Loop 1 is for in front of the amp, so you know you got your overdrive, noise gate. I haven't got much going on this one. It's a very basic pedal board setup. All the modulations is in this. I don't really use much effects, you know, beyond overdrive, noise gate, and, you know, some EQing and modulation effects. I need a right angle cable that I'm currently waiting for to get sent to me. It's a bit wonky like that. So basically you got your loop 1 for the pedals in front going out, you know, to the front of the amp. Then in the effects loop of the amp, send goes into loop 2. And then loop 2 out into the return of the effects loop. But I've got the multi-effects here plugged into the looper pedal. So this is for the effects loop pedals. Send into the input of the Digitech and then output to the return. So I can enable and disable this pedal with one stomp. And also, I've got programmed into here, you know, amp switching settings. So I might hit A, which is for clean, as you can see. Where are we? There. A, clean. So it goes to clean. And at that time, it enables the RP360. And that preset enables a bit of modulation. Oops, there we go. Bit of modulation, bit of reverb, that's for clean tones. So with one stomp, I've got clean and a bit of reverb and chorus going on. Hit B, you know, it goes to crunch. And I don't put modulations on the crunch tone. So this is now disabled. So it's just a rectifier now with overdrive and noise gate. And if I hit the C button, it goes to the red channel. No effects. You know, it's just my rhythm tone. So again, this is disabled. Overdrive and noise gate engaged. And that's it. Go to D, you push it. It's still on the red channel. That's for solos. And the RP360 is now engaged again. The only disadvantage is, if I have to break out a solo, and there's some clean stuff in the same song, then somewhere during the song, I've got to go to the solo patch. So now when I stomp on D, you know, it's going to have some delay and reverb instead of like a chorus pedal for cleans. And also the noise gate in the effects loop is engaged, and EQ. Is that confusing you? Not many songs I play have cleans in it anyway. What, This Love? That's about it. Foo Fighters, a bit of There Goes My Hero. The only downfall is if it's clean and a solo, I've got to stomp on it at some point in the song. I can do it any time before the solo. It's not going to make any difference while I'm playing because it's disabled until I hit D or A. So during the rhythm sections, you know, I can preset it up and down. It's not going to do anything to my sound. But for the vast majority of songs, the vast 99% majority, it's just, you know, heavy rhythms and some solos. So I can just leave it on that patch with some solo effects enabled. And they're turned off during rhythm playing. And then when I need the, you know, bit of reverb and delay and whatnot for the solo, just stomp, it's engaged, we're good. After the solo, stomp back, and then it's just rhythm again, so that's disabled. I'll show you, I'll give you a quick demo. So you're playing your rhythm, and a solo comes up. It engages the RP360 and you got your solo effects going on. Like I said, it works for me. Oh, there you go. Repurposing an old multi-effects pedal in a looper switcher to make it useful again. Without the looper switcher, I'd probably just throw it in the bin. You know, one signal path. I've had that thing, you know, in storage for years now. Hey, found a new use for it. Awesome. And like I said, the modulation effects are really good on it. What's the moral of the story? I don't fucking know. Save your old shit gear. It might come in useful one day, I suppose. Kudos.